guys, I'm Esther from ESSYCOOKS. This is my second take because my little crew member here was trying to steal it earlier. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make this cannellini white bean salad. It is so delicious. It's filled full of Mediterranean ingredients. It's healthy. It's amazing as a salad, as a side. You can have this for lunch, but later we are going to be serving it on a crusty bread, on a crostini, just like this, which I'm so excited to show you guys how I make this. So let's get started. Okay, here's all of our ingredients. So we are going to start by making the dressing, and we are going to start with half a cup of chopped parsley. If you don't like parsley, you could use basil or cilantro in this instead, but I think parsley is really a nice flavor for this. So we just want to chop that up really finely because it is going into a bit of a dressing, so we want it chopped up fairly finely, as fine as you like it. If you don't mind hitting a little parsley chunk, you can leave that in there. And then I have a small little mixing bowl which I'm going to make my dressing in. Now next for our dressing, I'm going to add one finely diced shallot. So again, I want to dice that up nice and small because we want to get a little bit of every single flavor with every bite. We're adding, all of these different ingredients into it, which are going to add so much flavor. And so if we can dice them up finely, that is going to be perfect for this recipe. Now we're going to add 2 tablespoons of oil. You can use extra virgin olive oil, but I have oil from the sun-dried tomatoes, which we're going to be using later, and that just tastes amazing in this. Then I've got a tablespoon of red wine vinegar and the juice of 1 entire whole lemon. We definitely want to add that zesty deliciousness. And then I'm going to add in 1 tablespoon of Calabrian chili paste. So this is going to give it a little bit of a kick. I'm using a heaping tablespoon here because I want it to be spicy. But if you don't want it to be super spicy, don't worry about it. You can use like less, or you don't even have to put it at all if you don't like to have any heat in your dish, but it adds a lot. So if you can find it and if you like it, it is amazing. And then of course, just like with anything, we're going to add some salt and pepper to taste. I like to add a lot of freshly ground black pepper. Also adds to the flavor. Then for our salad, we've got half a cup of roasted red peppers. I just buy those at the jar and chop those up fairly finely. And I'm just going to set those over to the side, and I'm going to grab a 1/4 cup of my sun-dried tomatoes. My sun-dried tomatoes were in oil. That's where I got the oil from, and I find sun-dried tomatoes in oil are just easier to work with and they taste better. Then I've got 1 can, a 19-ounce can of white beans, rinsed and drained. I'm going to start adding in my sun-dried tomatoes, add in my roasted red peppers that I chopped up, and this to me is the star of the show, a 1/3 cup of sliced Kalamata olives. It kind of gives it like almost a pizza flavor, my husband said, just by adding those olives in there with these ingredients. For some reason, I don't know, but it's amazing. So I'm going to add my dressing in. This is what's going to make it taste so delicious. I'm going to give that a really nice mix. You don't want to be too rough when you're mixing this because you don't want the beans to turn into mush, but just keep mixing that up until it's a nice consistency like this. Now, you can serve it just like this. You can have this as an amazing side salad, but for me, the best way to serve this is on top of a crusty bread. So I'm going to make my little crostinis here. I'm just going to quickly, like 30 seconds per side on the cast iron, just toast those up a little bit. You can put a little bit of olive oil if you like. You do you. And then we're going to add a little bit of that salad on there. I ended up having a bowl of the salad on the side and a little bit on the bread. So you just kind of get the best of both worlds that way, but you don't have to have it on the bread. Like I said, you can just serve this as a side salad and it is amazing as is. All right, it is time for the taste test, which we've already kind of been getting into, but this is so good. Highly recommend having this on a crostini.
That's so good.
That's so good. Messy, but good. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video and you want to see more like this one, just make sure you hit that like and subscribe button below.